Deputy President Paul Mashatile is expected to deliver the eulogy at the special official memorial service of former Labour Minister Membathisi Mdladlana today. Mdladlana passed away at his Cape Town home last week at the age of 72. He was the country's longest-serving Labour minister, having served from 1998 until 2010. Newzroom Afrika's Vuyo Mvoko joins us live now from the family home in Cape Town. Good morning, Vuyo. What is the mood of the family? Set the scene for us, and what can we expect from today's proceedings?
Indeed, Mashaba, we are outside the Mdladlana family home in Pinelands. It's about 20-odd kilometers to the venue at the University of the Western Cape, where the official memorial service will be held. And that, of course, is where the Deputy President will be delivering that eulogy. Some members of the extended family of the former ministers have already made their way inside the home, and right in front of me are a couple of buses that will be ferrying the family to the venue in about an hour's time or so. But joining us just to take us through what's going to happen next, but also take us through some of the conversations among the family members is, of course, Vuyo Sokupa, who is a member of the family. Vuyo, very good morning to you. Thanks very much for your time. Really appreciate it. First, take us through what is going to happen over the next couple of hours before, of course, proceedings begin at the University of the Western Cape.
Morning, Vuyo. Thank you for this time. Currently, we are awaiting the official escort. We will have a convoy departing from the home to the venue, where the Deputy President, obviously, as you've said, will be delivering the main eulogy.
Take us through, if you will, the emotions you've been going through as a family since his passing.
Obviously, we are saddened to lose Utato Mdala, and in English, probably the equivalent will be an uncle. We are saddened. It's been a lot of work since he passed away last week. But since we've gone through the cremation and had that part, we've been taking time to reflect as we've known him and sharing our own personal experiences. Obviously, a person has a part they play in everybody's life differently. So that's what has been going on throughout the week, and we are still hoping to hear more from the people who've been with him in his professional sphere and through all the portfolios he's been involved in.
Briefly take us through your experiences.
Well, I have said quite a bit, but a disciplinarian, a disciplined person himself, organized. We often viewed him as a tyrant at times because when he's said his word, it's cast on stone, and that is it. If you are not going to alter what you believe should be done, then he would simply leave. He gave guidance practically on anything. Right, a few minutes ago, I was reflecting with one of the cousins how he always mentioned that a person's diet is paramount to their health. And he did not like salt in his food. He did not take salt at all. And he would take offense if, as a person, you would put salt in the food that is cooked. So we've been going through stories like that, chatting, discussing. But for me, obviously, like every young man, you err and you believe you have the right opinion. He's always been able to find me wherever I would hide or run to, and he would reprimand me before my own father would reprimand me. But I've always known that he's the one person I could take a problem to if I felt that I might not achieve the results I want had I gone to my father. So he was that backup father to me, more than an uncle and an advisor and a whole lot of things that I cannot unpack even in one day. But we've had time over a week to reflect, and shortly after this memorial, we are still going to be talking about him and reflecting back on our experiences with him.
Indeed, Will, a very stubborn man who
Yes.
also didn't mince his words, and he drew the line between older people and younger people. I mean, I remember I was a journalist, a reporter in Parliament when he was appointed Labour Minister, and often whenever I would do a story, he would come back and said, "Kwetin."
Yes.
And then, reprimand me if he thought that I was either being unfair or my own opinions got the better of me. I know exactly what you're talking about. But as you say, I mean, a lot of people will be reflecting on his life in the various capacities they obviously encountered him on. Just take us through some of the people who will be speaking. I know that his former Director General Sipho Pityana will be speaking, and so will members of it. Just take us through some of the people that the family has chosen to represent them.
Thank you, Vuyo. Well, obviously, like you said, we also have, well, you've counted Mr. Pityana. We will have Mr. Mcebisi Skwatsha, who's actually the late minister's protege. He'll be the MC, but he's got his own section that he'll be playing. Wow, on the spot, kind of quite lost. Obviously, his sister will be delivering. I do have the program, but you'd understand with all the pressure that I have, the speakers have simply got out of me. But that is only because we're still awaiting the final program that will be approved by the presidency. As you'd understand that with such funerals, they take over. But I would recall that the former Minister Ngonde Balfour will be in attendance, who was his very close friend. Dr. Bam, who was his doctor, confidant, and a friend, will also be in attendance. And yes, we've got representation from SADTU. We do have also various members of the tripartite that will be delivering certain speeches there.
Leave it there for now, my Vuyo. Thank you very much for talking to us. It is indeed a full program. Members of the Tripartite Alliance, former cabinet colleagues, as my Vuyo said, like Ngonde Balfour will also be speaking, and of course the Deputy President will be delivering the eulogy. So around 9:30, that's the time that the family expects to leave the home behind us and get into those some of those buses we're seeing in front of us, and the procession will move to the Jakes Gerwel Hall at the University of the Western Cape, which is about 20-odd kilometers or so from here. For now, though, let me take it back to you, Maschaba, in studio. Until much later.
Thank you very much, Vuyo. Vuyo Mvoko, Newzroom Afrika anchor and reporter, will be tapping into him just to get more developments on the funeral procession.